Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. Today we are going to talk about a deck that, frankly, I have been trying to draft and put together for quite some time. In this situation, kind of illustrates part of the downside of being a pure free-to-play budget player is that sometimes it's hard to draft the decks that you want for those budget decks. Particularly when they're built around very good uncommons. They can be a little hard to draft sometimes because, well, they're uncommon. And if other people are trying to draft them too, you're that much less likely to pick them up in a quick draft. And sometimes it just takes longer than you really want it to. But it also illustrates the point that if you stick with the plan, you will eventually get to build the deck that you want. And it's not about the standard season. Now that I have this deck put together, it is going to continue to be a good deck in my historic collection, honestly, for years. So, with that, let's take a look at Blue-Green Mutate. But before we get into all that, I've set a goal here for the channel to get to 100 subscribers. And while that does not seem like a lofty goal, I can't do it without you. So if you're finding any sort of technical value, any sort of entertainment value, or just are a giving sort of soul, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you're seeing the value, others probably will too. So be sure to push this out to a friend who may or may not play Arena yet, because hopefully my content is just the sort of thing that beginners need in order to get a leg up on the environment. And here we are, just a couple months into that goal, and we are already over halfway. That's right, at the time of this recording, we have hit 51 subs, and our goal was to hit 100 by the end of the year. So, hurrah to us. I'm considering this a major success and victory. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you out there who have assisted with this. Particularly those folks that you see on our screen, our subscribers who have taken the initiative not only to subscribe to the channel, but also made their subscription public. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you have chosen to keep your subscription private, I respect that. And I'm so glad to have you here. And while I have your attention, don't forget to tap the notification bell and make sure that you are being notified of all the possible content that we're bringing out there to you so you never miss out on a thing. All right, so let's get down to business and talk about a Mutate deck. Really, this is a very budget-friendly deck and something I would have put together much earlier in the season, but the draft gods were apparently against me. And I had a particularly hard time acquiring copies of the Sterix, which is well, really, it's the bread and butter of this deck. It's absolutely required, and I don't really recommend running the deck with anything less than 4 copies of that. Although, if you're hard-pressed, I would try the deck with 3 before using a wild card on that. But all in all, like I said, very budget-friendly. The only rares in it are the temples themselves, one of which you will get in your new player experience. We're also running 4 copies of Sea Dasher Octopus, but we could very easily make substitutions on some copies of that. You definitely get one in your new player experience, and it is worth running. But if you don't have all 4, just substitute one of the other similarly castered Mutate cards in color, and you should be fine. In fact, you really could go 3 colors on this if your Mutate holdings in your collection are a little thin, but personally I think blue-green is where it's at. Another rare that I'm running is Scoot Swarm. This is a fantastic card. I just happened to get one randomly off of Zendikar. And if I continue to run this deck, I may actually drop some wild cards on that since it's not rotating. And I know next fall's new player experience is not going to have more than 1 copy of Scoot Swarm in it, and I'm already not getting that. The other rare here is Gem Razor. It's a single copy for me. That is what I own, and that's what I'm playing. This is a fantastic card, very much a staple for green moving forward, and well worth having in your collection. But all in all, the idea here is to mutate up a one monstrously ridiculous creature and hopefully not watch it get destroyed by spot removal. Once this deck hits a synergy point, it really just gets dumb very, very quickly, and the card advantage really becomes crazy, particularly if you can use Scoot Swarm as your base for your mutate stack. Its ability to copy itself with more mutating creatures just exponentially allows the deck to get ridiculous. But not only is it very efficient and really runs well when given the opportunity, it's a lot of fun to play. I really enjoy this, and it's something I may start taking into the standard queues here for a little bit. Just because I enjoy it so much, and see if I can't bang out some wins with it. Just the other day, my quest happened to align towards blue-green, and I ran this deck, and I think I played, something like 8 hands, and I won 7 of them. And not just wins, but wins against people with diamond and platinum rankings. Matches that in theory I should not be winning. So definitely check it out. See if some of this is hanging around in your collection. Try putting together the deck and see what you think. And here in just a moment, we're going to take it for a spin, and I've actually trimmed down the match to just some of the more ridiculous parts. And while it illustrates just how ridiculous this deck can get, it also illustrates how dangerous certain aspects of this deck can become when you're just screwing around and not really paying attention. So without further ado, let's take a look at that footage. Just showing some of the ridiculous things this Mutate deck can do. Yes, that's 132 copies of this creature. 13/13 flying monstrosity. 49 of this, 48 of that, 14, 2, 5 regular tokens, and I don't know, let's put a land into play. That seems pretty simple. Couldn't possibly break anything, right? Wait for it. Here come triggers. Oh look, I'm getting more creatures. How crazy! All I did was play a land, and I'm getting dozens, if not hundreds, of creatures. How insane! Sure, we'll keep that. Seems like a fun thing we could do. I still have 20 cards in my deck. Let's see here. We'll say no attacks, just because I'm having fun. Yeah, I think we'll mutate. Why not? We'll go on to yeah, we'll just go on the big boy. It doesn't really matter. We'll grab a land. Sure, why not? Look, there appears to be some more triggers happening here. Look at those triggers just flying by. How great is that? Yeah, that is a few things in play. There appear to be a few more triggers happening. Oh look, just racking up creatures. All kinds of creature-y shenanigans. Now I'm going to guess when I swing with this, we're going to get something like 500 points of damage. Just a guess. But I cannot draw a card. Oh no! Hundreds and hundreds of triggers going on the stack. Just hundreds of them. All sorts of bizarre shenanigans happening here. Still trying to resolve nearly 200 triggers. And I lose on the card draw trigger. How fun!
Wait, what's that? You didn't catch all that? Well, Matt wants you to know the links are in the doobly-doo. And with all that having been said, please take this opportunity to like, comment, and subscribe. It is the budget way to support this budget channel because it doesn't cost you a thing. Do it for Graham. Do it for the algorithm. Do it for the iced coffee. And until next time, I'll see you in the arena.